Traders, Gary Wagner here, just about 11:45 in Honolulu, 5:45 in New York. It is Monday, 7th day of May, 2018, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. Fractional changes in the precious metals markets, with gold closing lower, but off by only 10 cents on the day, 13.1460, a 2-cent decline in silver, settling at 16.49, and that all within the headwinds of a stronger U.S. dollar, up 22 points at 92.63. Now, the Dow did close higher by about 94 points, but well off of the intraday high. Still, it closed at 24,357, and a 250-point decline in Bitcoin futures, 94.55 and 94.50 in the CME and CBOE futures exchanges. Interesting but muted action, with gold settling down about 30 cents, currently fixed at $1,314.40. Even though gold is currently trading off by about 10 or 20 cents, when we look at spot, is off by about $1.70 today. However, on closer inspection, it is due to a strengthening U.S. dollar, really providing a negative $2.60 to the price of gold, with normal trading adding 90 cents and thereby resulting in a negative $1.70 in terms of today's spot gold pricing. But there are two important variables I really think we need to look at when we look at gold in terms of its current pricing. The first thing is, even with dollar strength, when we look at the last 4 trading days after hitting these lows at 1300, we have seen the market move to higher ground. It's moved to higher ground in light of a stronger U.S. dollar. And when we look at today's activity, although it closed fractionally lower, it did trade with a higher high and a higher low than Friday's trading activity. And you can really see how gold has begun to move away from just reacting to dollar strength. When we look at gold side by side, we can clearly see that we've had almost a straight linear line move up in the dollar index, as we saw in gold as it tracked lower. However, there has definitely been a change in which now we are seeing a strengthening gold market come in at the same time that the dollar continues to gain strength. And that tells me that we could see higher pricing in gold, especially if we see the dollar index weaken at any point. Therefore, let's maintain our current long position in gold. We will maintain our current stop level today, but we will look to move that higher within 48 hours. And traders, as far as silver goes, it is also fractionally lower on the day, reacting to a strong U.S. dollar. We do see similar action as what we saw in gold, in that over the last 5 trading days, we have seen silver move up to higher pricing. And another thing that is absolutely noteworthy today is the fact that we have had a close right at the 50-day moving average, which to me is significant. As you know, my caveat about silver is that it has been trading below the 50-day moving average, and that the 50-day moving average remains below the 200-day moving average. And those are factors that really need to change on a technical basis before we can get bullish on silver. So I am cautiously bullish on silver. And traders, as far as Bitcoin futures go, they did close lower by about $230 today, a net drawdown of almost 2.5%. But what we're noticing more than anything else is that we have definitely moved away from the upward momentum that we saw second week of April, as it went from 6,000 to about 9,000 to pretty much a sideways trading range, in which it tells me that on one hand, we can say that there's good support for Bitcoin just at about 9,000, but we are starting to see some real resistance coming in just below 10,000, and corresponds to some of the recent highs that we saw last week. We need to break above this price point before we can ascertain and forecast 11,600 as our next target. Right now, we do see some resistance, a narrow trading range with support at 9,000 and resistance at $10,000 per coin. Traders, Precious metals prices have actually fared pretty well considering the extremely strong US dollar. The dollar has been a runaway freight train since the middle of last month, gaining about 2.5%, and that is precisely the amount that gold has declined. In other words, gold prices are remaining constant. It is the dollar that has been causing gold to move lower. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.